Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by selfish men. A tale of glory rent asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pixel, and we are Ages of Einor, and welcome to the 14th episode of Ages of Einor presents the Regent of Bedegar. We are back once again with a limited selection of our bevy of Bedegarian adventurers. So a couple of quick updates on that we will do in the midst of our stuff here, but I'm going to carry on through most of this. I will be your dungeon master this evening. And as always, we're going to get into the game in just a few minutes. But before we do, we're going to go over usual housekeeping things. Of course, we are now 14 episodes in. And we're going to keep it extra brief, just in case anybody's new. Friends, when you're on map screens, you may see things that are sort of GM information. You may see like grayed out or semi-transparent characters, stuff like that. Don't talk about that stuff in chat. The players will be in chat with you trying to interact and have fun, and we don't want to spoil anything for them. Second, don't freak out about rules. This game has a lot of rules, and we're going to get them wrong sometimes and make stuff up, and I'm going to change things in the adventure, and I'm going to do all sorts of stuff. So if we're like sitting scratching our heads trying to remember how a ruling works and you happen to know what it is, feel free to put that in chat, but don't lose your mind about it. If we don't catch it, we're not going to go back and change things. We'll just try and get it right next time. Maybe. Or not, if we care that much. And it's possible that we don't. Third, this is an open and welcoming space. Happy Pride, everyone. Happy last day of Pride. Get ready for Wrath next month. But to the extent that it's possible, we do try to keep that internet toxicity nonsense out of here. So it's never a problem with you guys. You're awesome generally, but we want to make sure everybody knows that we don't put up with people being abusive or hateful in our chat, whether that's to other viewers or to players regarding anything like their knowledge of the game or the rules, the choices they make about their characters from a role-playing perspective, or really, frankly, anything else. Again, you guys are great, but we do like to just make sure we give that heads up ahead of time. And then a reminder, we do release the show as a YouTube video and as a podcast after each episode during the following week. So if you happen to miss an episode or have to miss part of it or something, don't fret. You can still catch it after the fact if you need to be caught up for the next week to catch it live. And then, yeah, obviously, as you guys can tell if you've been watching the show, we are down 2 members tonight, unfortunately. So Kyla and Daniel aren't with us tonight. Daniel, unfortunately, will not be back. He has got a new job. Nothing bad, no hard feelings, of course. He got an opportunity to get a promotion with the job that he was at and has changed the shift that he's on, and it's just not compatible with when we do the show. Best of luck to him. Super excited for him. That's obviously a huge upgrade, and he is, getting paid more and happy about it. So that is all great. But it does mean that Solomon will not be staying with us. And then Kyla is having her baby today. So she may have had it already. Obviously, we're not the first people she's going to tell whenever that finally is accomplished. So she's not with us, and we don't know if she's coming back. I mean, she's a new mother, so she's going to have a lot on her plate. Obviously, she's welcome to, but she may not be able to make it work. Totally no hard feelings there either. We'll figure it out one way or the other. So this is the crew for now. I am going to be running Shanty and Solomon as NPCs just through the end of this arc, because I've already balanced all the combat encounters for the party that we had, and I'm not going to change that shit. I am too lazy. So we're just going to run them along with the party to the best of our ability and carry on soldiering through the best that we can. So that having been said, before we get started, we're going to go around and cast. If you would please introduce yourselves and your characters, as well as whether or not you have chat inspiration. Starting, of course, with a bonus bomb.
Hey there, kiddos. I am Bonus Mom, and tonight I am playing Perdita, the Tabaxi Rogue. I do not have inspiration, and I do have something wrong with me, dear DM. I see my character has a mysterious mark that you will explain to me later. But I look forward into getting forward and blah, blah. I'm looking forward to continuing our adventure.
The mysterious mark, which I can't explain now, your character is prone as of the last session. You like laid down on your stomach to shoot underneath of the log, and so that's why Perdita's prone. But moving on, Roz. I'm sorry, Beast. You're a real human and not a character.
Ooh.
I've done it again, everyone. Classic pixel
Wow,
shenanigans.
it hasn't been me in a while. I'm so honored. I'm Beast. I play Rise Hiskers, the Tabaxi Valor Bard. Very excited to be back. It's been a while. We left it in the middle of some real crazy foolishness, so happy to see how this is going to work.
Indeed, we'll talk all about that.
I do not have chat inspiration.
Also, I'm going to do my best to keep up with everybody's inspiration. Uh-oh. Something's gone a little funky with my... Oh, I know what it is. Okay, well, while I fix the fact that I can't turn off Roz's inspiration for a second, Jesse, if you would introduce yourself.
Hey, I am Jesse. Since we last saw each other, I've put out a bunch of videos. You should go watch them. The Astral Self Monk, how you might be a Dragonborn, you might be a Vengeance Spell, and you might be a Battlesmith are all out. They're awesome, I think. Thank you very much. I will be playing Silas. I'm fully chatted and DM inspired up and ready to fix this mess these goofballs have caused.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to manually do that one.
But Beast has inspiration now. You don't have to turn it off.
That's right. You now have inspo.
Teleport, yes.
Oh, I know why it's not working. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, well, excellent. And, of course, Taylor.
Hi, friends. I'm Taylor. I play Anna, the Wood Elf Cleric, and I'm really excited for tonight because this is all about my character. So we're going to get into it and fuck shit up. Also, I don't have chat inspiration. So
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So the only person with chat inspiration is Roz at the moment. And of course, as always, I am Pixel. I'll be your dungeon master this evening. And every Friday, typically, we alternate campaigns here on Ages of Ainur. I do a lot of the GMing. Next week we'll be back, I think, probably with Curse of Strahd. I can't always keep track of when we're having to miss what, but as far as I know, we don't have any issues with the next week. We'll be back with Curse of Strahd and the horrible situation they have found themselves in with one of their characters having been captured by Strahd and a prisoner in the tower and a whole bunch of shit. Things are crazy. Also, the town that they're in is in the midst of a revolution. There's a lot. It's a fun time. And if you haven't caught it all, go back and watch it from the beginning because it's a fun campaign. However, I also stream here on Twitch at twitch.tv/hammerandpixel, where I play a lot of games. I've been doing Final Fantasy and stuff lately. Been on Final Fantasy IV for a while. I'll be back at that again soon. I took last week off because I've been doing some recording, some music stuff, and hopefully I will get some of that stuff finished and get to releasing it here in the coming months. If you would like to catch a sneak peek, come visit me at Hammer and Pixel and ask me about it, and I'll probably play it for you. Anyway, that having been said, of course, without further ado, when last we left our heroes. They made their way to the Woad of the Orchid Court to entreat the aid of the Wood Elves there. They traveled into the woods and were met by a group of warriors, 4 scouts, Inowen, the captain of the unit, and Thalis, the druid. They were brought into the city of the Wood Elves there and brought before the elders of the Orchid Court to explain why they were trespassing, as well as to explain, to beg for aid in the conflict with Saxton. The ways of elves are different than the ways of humans and other species, and the reasoning that persuades them is strange to most. Even with Enna, a wood elf herself, in the party, it took some time to reach a persuasive argument. In the end, the elves were moved by Solomon's passion in offering to fight one of their elders, or a champion of their choosing, to prove the humans' bravery in battle, and by the party offering to aid the elves in a task that would benefit their people as a show of faith. However, as the negotiations were drawing to a probably favorable close, a strange individual made himself known from the crowd of onlookers watching the elders hold court, a man with dark hair and striking green eyes. The man who killed Enna's parents stepped out into the forefront before transforming into a massive green dragon, breathing a blast of deadly poisonous gas into the crowd, and then shattering the tree-bound platforms our heroes and the court were standing on with his massive weight and the beating of his enormous wings as he took off into the sky, breaking a hole in the canopy and flying off away from the site of this murderous disaster. The elves were in chaos, but our hero sprung into action and set off in pursuit of the dragon. The elves had stated that the dragon has a small army defending it, and that they would rally their troops at once to attack and draw out the army, which would allow a strike team, including the heroes, to make their way into the dragon's lair and slay it to turn the tide of the battle. One of the elders' children, Gyleria, on the cusp of adulthood, managed to convince their parents to allow them to use this opportunity as a rite of passage to go with the party and face the dragon. And the party acceded, so our heroes and Gyleria made their way through the woods, with Enna rushing ahead faster than all of the others with the swiftness of her people, the wood elves, and the knowledge that her parents' killer was in front of her, driving her at top speed into the woods. She reached a canyon with a single log stretching across it and began to make her way across when she discovered that the vines covering the log were magically alive. They attempted to grab her and eat her, but she was able to free herself and hold them off until her friends could arrive. A short battle ensued, but in the end, the vines were defeated. Near the end of the battle, Shanty had turned herself into a warhorse and managed to fall off the log and get stuck in the vines beneath, and Silas had thrown a fireball at the vines, damaging them greatly but setting the log on fire that they need to cross to reach the other side of the canyon, where the trail to the dragon's cave is, and that, my dangerously dangling and unfortunately frying adjacent heroes, is where we resume our tale. So, actually, that's the that'll work. Okay.
That was some great dungeon mastering.
So, sort of like, you know how you end one episode of like a Saturday morning cartoon with like a recap of like a reshot of like the previous thing. So the camera kind of pans back in the wide shot. We see upside down and dangling in the vines, Shanty, the warhorse. The druid who was wild-shaped. We see several of the characters sort of
literally a cliffhanger.
Yeah, literally a cliffhanger. Several of the characters sort of off the side of the log who had just shot at the thing. And I think we rewatch in wide shot the fireball blast into the side of the log, killing the vine creature, but also we see the flames beginning to sort of lick their way up the side of the log. So we're going to have a very important roll, and I would like Jesse to roll it.
Yay!
Please roll me a d4.
Oh, God.
Whoa, no.
Oh, no.
So you guys have one round before this log collapses.
What?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Let's cook.
Oh.
So, let's see. Do
Can I
have
burn
initiative?
chat to re-roll it?
Yeah, if you want to burn, do you have chat inspiration?
Yeah. I have
okay.
chat and DM still.
Okay, yes. If you would like to burn some
He was
inspiration.
fully inspired.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, if you want to burn some inspiration, I will allow that because that's a real
Oh my
bad.
God.
Three's
thing to
better.
do. 3 is better.
That's a
So you
lot
have
better.
3 rounds. Well, there's the turn order. I don't know what the initiative was, and it doesn't matter because there's no enemies. But we are going to roll initiative again here, because we're going to have you guys act in initiative here. Don't forget to click your characters before you.
I thought I did.
Well,
Oh, I was on the ruler. Sorry.
brutal.
I got
That
no.
happens all the time.
Okay,
yeah.
well I can.
Perdita
just
rolled
add
a
your turn.
24.
Okay. What did you get, Silas?
18.
Okay, so as everybody rolled, I guess I also need to roll for Gyleria. We got a 21. Okay. Okay, and then I need to add... you have 3 rounds until the fire burns the log all the way through. And let's go to the map screen for everybody so they can see what's going on. Also, you guys all may notice that I have moved some things around a little bit on our overlays. So hopefully things are a bit easier to see. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I did my best. Okay. So, there we are. I think that's got everybody in the party there. Visible. First up is Perdita. You are prone. You see the fire beginning to, eat away at this log. You see all of the stuff that's happened. The war horse down below and all the other things. Perdita, what would you like to do?
All right, well, I have a question, which
Yes.
Perdita would know the answer to this, but Bonus Mom does not.
Sure.
Can Perdita carry either the elf or Enna?
Typically what I do when someone is carrying a creature is have them move at half speed. Unless you're like a Furbolg or a Goliath or something and you have something in your thing that says you can carry like extra stuff.
Well,
So
probably. See, the thing that I have, that is that I have feline agility.
right.
So I would lose that if I tried to carry.
You would also know that both Enna and Gyleria are wood elves and are of the people in this clearing, they are the second fastest. You and Roz are the fastest, and then they are like the next fastest creatures here with 40 feet of movement per turn. So
All right. Okay. Then about the only thing that Perdita can do, she's got to get up. That takes half her movement.
okay.
So that gives her 15 feet, but then I can double my speed if I which would be 60 feet, which would give me 45 feet of movement. Is that how you interpret that after I get up?
Yeah, so half of your standard movement would mean it takes 15 feet, yes.
So I get up for 15 feet, but then if I use my feline agility, I can go 30 more feet.
Okay. And then Silas, I
Right.
think you're
Yeah.
re-inspired from earlier.
Mhm.
Sorry. Okay. So bonus mom.
That's right, bonus mom.
Yes. Sorry, I'm distracted. There's a lot going on.
Okay. That's okay. So now I'm going to change it. Then what bonus mob is going to do, what Perdita is going to do, knowing that like everybody will have to do their own thing. Well, if I could get it to where I could select or move, I'm going to race up to my 45 feet.
Okay.
And looking at the situation, I'm going to take whatever I have in my rations that's water, and I'm going to throw it on the fire in front of me.
Okay. Sure. So, I mean, you would have a water skin, typically. This thing has already, like, really caught fire.
What else would she do? She ain't
Sure.
got nothing else.
Make a... God, I guess make an attack... Just make a flat... Just roll a d20, really, honestly.
Okay.
This is kind of like an attack roll.
She got a 5.
Yeah, I think on a 5, you pour out the water, and it does wet the top of the log, and then the top of the log maybe isn't going to be burned as quickly, but you can't do much about the bottom of it.
Okay.
And the water evaporates pretty quickly down there. Okay.
Well, that was the toss as I was moving. Okay.
Okay, and that would be your action to grab the water skin and dump it. You've used your movement, and you used your bonus action to dash, was it, right?
Well, it's that feline agility.
Okay, so you do still have a bonus action if you want to go farther.
You mean I can move further?
Yeah, you're a rogue. You have
Yeah,
that what is it called?
Cunning action.
Cunning action,
Oh
which you
my
can
God.
use a bonus
Okay,
action
wait.
to dash and go an extra
Okay,
30 feet.
Bonus Mom trying to get back into the thing after being away. You know what I actually do? I've thought this through more carefully now in my mind. What Perdita would actually do is pour the water on herself, and she's going to race through the fire. How's that? Does that make a whole lot more sense?
Yeah, that's fine.
So she is going to attempt to move an additional 30 feet.
Okay.
20, 30. But she is going to have to kind of dodge it.
Fire,
she would be dodging and weaving if she could. How does she make out? So that should be a roll of some sort.
Yeah, well, so you've put the water on yourself. I think moving through the flames just causes damage, but I think we'll give you half damage from the water being on you, because it kind of gives you a little bit of a barrier. So I'm going to say roll 2d4, and then we'll take half of whatever that is. Because, like, however many squares of fire you move through, kind of, is like the number of d4 damage you'll take.
Well, I would be dodging, and so you're giving me kind of 2.
Yes, and each turn they're going to expand, so.
Okay, that time it was a 4.
Okay, so you're going to take 2 points of fire damage.
I also would shout, Shanti, change your form. Shanti,
and Enna has inspiration back. Okay, that brings us to Gyleria, who really doesn't have much other than her 40 feet of movement. I have the wrong speed on here, don't I? No, not 440. So she is just gonna 40 feet, and then you know what? Hang on. She has a bit of a problem, which is that, like, I think in order to pass you guys, she's going to have to make dexterity checks, because there is a little bit of room on the side here, but, like, she's trying to, like, run past you on a log over a canyon. So
I think you wait and take turns. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think risking it's not great.
Yeah, I guess she'll just queue up. I don't remember what voice I did for her, too. Yeah, I think she just, like, queues up behind you guys and just says, like, what do we do? Because this is the first time she's ever done this kind of shit. Silas.
How far is Shanty underneath the thing?
The log is probably only a couple of feet, like, thick, you know? So she's, like, less than 5 feet. 5 feet or less down from where the, like, people are.
All right, here's what I want to do. First off, I'm going to yell at Solomon and say, follow me.
Okay.
Then I'm going to post up. I don't like it. I'm going to try to get on top. I'm trying to get on the horse. I can get to there. I'm trying to get on the horse.
Okay, so you're gonna have to make, like, if you're gonna be even, because this is what we were talking about with Gyleria. If you're gonna be even with Anna, I think both of you are gonna have to make some checks about that.
Okay, if it looks like I might knock Anna over, I'd like to.
Yeah, well, just because if you just, like, look at the, you know, let's, like, zoom in here. There's, like, half a square, so you're, like, trying to, like, shimmy by. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, there's definitely a chance of that.
Then I'd rather wait and let her move forward before I go about doing anything else. Okay,
that brings us to Solomon's turn. Solomon is just going to charge. He's going to dash up and kind of get next to Gyleria. Okay, so this is going to be Shanty's turn. So Shanty, I believe it's a bonus action for her to drop out of wild shape.
Is it possible? Okay.
I mean, there's no way to communicate this, right? Like, you know, so...
Well, what I'm worried about, does it look like if she drops, she's going to drop through the vines?
I think she's prepared for whatever... she has some spells at her disposal, so I think she's fine. it may throw a wrench into your plans, but this is the heat of the moment, and I think this is like the smartest thing that Shanty can do in this situation.
Okay.
And it is a bonus action, which is great. So Shanty is going to resume her form, getting rid of the warhorse, and then Shanty is going to cast gaseous form on herself. And basically, so you see Shanty like shimmer and kind of turn back into a water genasi, and then her whole body just sort of dissolves into mist, into this like gaseous form.
Sick.
And turns into a misty cloud, which is not super fast. It does not have a high speed, I don't think. Yeah, flying speed of 10 feet, but that doesn't really matter because now she's not, it doesn't matter how long it takes her to get across because she doesn't have to cross on the fire and stuff. So, she turns in and cannot be extricated or cannot be stuck in the vines because now she's a gaseous form and is just going to start drifting over, across the log. And I think that is like the smartest thing she can do. I don't remember what her initiative was.
13.
13, thank you. Because it went away when it's like attached to the token, and so it goes away when I delete the token. Okay, so that's her action, bonus action, and movement. Roz.
All right.
Roz is going to do the intelligent thing for once and run straight through the flames after Perdita.
Okay.
So we're gonna get about here.
Okay, and I'm gonna rule in this spot. Like, I think there's enough room there to cross. Like, it's more narrow at this end, right? Like, some of these spots have a little more meat to them. So I don't think once you guys get to the other end, you're gonna have as much trouble passing each other. But at the first end, it's like this is the base of the tree. And this is like the canopy, right? So it's like the tree kind of gets narrow at one end. So it's harder to pass each other down on this end where you can kind of see there's like half or less of a square to move through. But once you get to this other end here, it's taken up like the whole square. So I think once you get to about here, there's enough that you could probably easily pass each other without knocking each other off. That kind of makes sense to me just like looking at this thing. Okay, cool. So you've moved over there. Was there anything else?
Roz is going to bonus action Bardic Inspiration Perdita as she catches up. Perdita, we've made it. We are truly the best of our group.
Okay, excellent.
And that's it for Roz.
Okay. That brings us to Enna.
Okay. So Anna's freaking out because she's got to get across. She has to get across. There's no exception. So can I bonus action dash through the flames?
So since you're not a rogue, I don't think you could bonus action dash, but you can use your main action to dash.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, main action.
It's
That's
cool.
That's what I wanted to do.
All good.
So that doubles my speed, right?
Yes. I feel like I should have been having checks for crossing, but I didn't do it for the cats,
35.
so I'm not gonna. I guess.
That you should have done what?
Had dexterity. I feel like the last time we started doing this, I had like dexterity checks for people to fall off this thing.
Well, you had me. Okay.
Of course, you guys have
damage from
climbing
the fire.
speeds.
You made me
I did make
roll.
you get damage for the fire, but the cats also have climbing speeds. So I feel like that makes it easier for them. I'm trying not to like be unfair here, but also I feel like the challenge of this does sort of, because you're just like sprinting across a log going across a big ass canyon. And I think it makes sense that like the tabaxi can just sink their claws into the wood and scramble across like cats. But I do think that Enna, I'm gonna need an acrobatics check to keep your balance on this.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Or I'll say or a dexterity saving throw. I actually don't really care what you use. Because you may be proficient in one and not the other, although as a cleric, probably not. But.
Yeah, I'm not really proficient either.
Okay, it's not a super hard check, though, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna do dexterity.
Okay.
6?
Okay, so that's a 6. So it is harder than a 6. I don't know if you want to use inspiration or not.
Shit. Oh. Okay, I have DM inspiration.
Well, and someone gave you chat inspiration too.
Yeah, that was Silas.
So you're full. You're topped up over there.
Heck yeah, let's do this again. Big money, big money. 10.
10 actually does it. 10 is the
Oh my
DC.
God,
You barely. So it's close. As you like run, and also you'll need to roll 2d4, or I guess I can roll 2d4 for your damage from the fire.
Shit.
4 points of damage from the fire. So as the fire like cinches and burns you, you sort of like inhale some smoke and start coughing, and it like makes your eyes water, and you almost slip off, but you do manage to sort of get up next to Perdita, and kind of like reach out a hand and grab on. And now the fire. So the fire is going to spread in 2 directions, which is going to basically catch up with you guys. So that's unfortunate, but that brings us to Perdita. Perdita, because the fire caught up to you, roll me 1 more d4. You do still have the water on you, so we'll take half of this. Actually, 3. Okay. Which then rounds down to 1. So you take 1 more point of fire damage as the flames are licking at your heels. What would you like to do? You are muted.
Or your mic came unplugged.
I'm not muted. Can you not hear me?
I can't hear you now.
I wasn't talking out loud.
Oh, I thought you were. Okay,
myself.
sorry.
I'm
I thought you were talking.
Okay, so Perdita wants to do 2 things and can only do 1. I hate that when that happens. I think Perdita is going to attempt to she's going to attempt to put the flame, to beat back the flame as it's heading for Enna. So she wants to attack the flame with her tail to see if she can accomplish anything. She's going to scream at the same time at Roz and say, "Now we need your funny little yellow flask." I think I said that with an English accent. That was wrong. And she's going to try to attack to beat the fire back. Can she do that?
I don't even think Perdita would think Perdita can do that.
Oh, poopy George.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know,
like this thing is like this is not like ooh, I gotta blow out this candle. This is like this tree is on fire. You know what I mean?
All right, then I'll do the second thing Perdita was going to do.
Yeah, I just think it would be obvious to Perdita that that's not. There's too much fire. It's not going to have an effect.
Okay, Perdita is going to move to the end of the thing, and she is going to get out her rope. Surely she has rope. We all have rope.
Yeah, everyone should have. If you've got an adventuring pack of some kind, you probably have rope.
So she's going to get out rope, and she is attempting to tie the rope to the tree or something, or even herself. She's just to get rope in case she has to throw it to somebody.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking for an anchor point. Okay, make a sleight of hand check to tie the knot.
Okay. Skill. Okay, there we go. 22.
Beautiful. Yeah, you very quickly tie a beautiful knot, a beautiful sailor's knot, because you do have the sailor background, and you are able to tie an incredible knot that will definitely hold to one of the sturdier trees on this side of the thing here. Okay, that brings us to Gyleria.
Question: Since Gyleria, Silas, and Solomon are all acting like right next to each other, would it be possible for me to like ask her to do something real quick?
Sure, I'd let you use a reaction to like yell something at her.
Okay. Essentially, I would, seeing that Shanty has freed herself from the vines, Silas would turn around, look at the new girl, and say, "Grab onto him. We're getting the hell out of here."
Okay.
And point at Solomon.
Okay, yeah. I mean, she'll listen to you. She grabs onto Solomon.
Okay. Then for my turn, I would take a step forward, essentially hitch onto Solomon and cast Fly on him.
Okay. Alrighty. So you are casting Fly on Solomon. Do I have
Yeah.
wings or something?
Love it.
We'll give him little angel wings. Okay. All right. So
Dark Angel.
yeah, I'm gonna have Solomon make an athletics check to carry all of you.
Just letting you know, I don't know how much the elf weighs. Silas is only $175, so he's pretty spry.
Gotcha. He's rolling this with a +7, so you're probably fine, right?
Hopefully.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Does Daniel have chat inspiration?
He does not. Daniel is uninspired.
Does he have DM inspiration?
He's fully uninspired. He's used it all. I think during the last
Damn.
battle. Okay. He's gonna have to make a choice. I think on a 9, just with his strength, it being 20, he can carry, or an 18, he can carry one of you, but I don't think Solomon's ever flown before either, too. So it's not so much a question of is he physically strong enough, but can he figure out how to fly with both of you? And I'm gonna say with a 9 that he can't. So you or the elf he's gonna have to drop one of you.
He can take the elf.
Okay. So he flies. He has a fly speed of 60 feet. He can fly up in the air, and he can dash, I believe.
Yep.
So he flies all the way to the other end of this thing and sets down. Unfortunately, it only would have been a DC 10 to get you both with his strength, but no inspiration, and he just didn't have it.
But is it possible for me to use the rest of my movement to just walk off of this thing?
Sure. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
allow that.
Then I'm getting off the tree. I don't want it to fall with me on it.
Okay. Okay, that brings us to Shanty, who, as a misty thing, can dash 20 feet forward. So this mist is just creeping across the canyon. It's being buffeted a bit by the wind that whips through the canyon.
Can Shanty not rain? Can she not make it rain?
No, gaseous form does not allow you to piss rain out of yourself. Unfortunately.
Copy drawers.
Okay, Roz.
So it might sound like a joke, but this is a serious line of question.
Okay.
Would a cast of Stinking Cloud actually extinguish a large amount of flames?
I'm gonna say no. Because I know it is a jar of piss, but it's just a single mason jar full of piss, and it's really the
Well, I'm not.
the fumes, the ammonia.
I'm talking about the spell itself.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's gas, but it's not
But
Preventing
What's
it
it
from
made out of
being-
it might make it worse.
would it replace the oxygen?
I mean, because I think
Would
it
would
just.
it somehow push the flames?
You're trying to drown the fire. That's pretty funny.
Something.
Yeah. I think it'd have to be a lot of gas.
Okay. Ammonia is not highly flammable, but containers of ammonia may explode when exposed to high heat. Although I don't know if that counts
That's
as
rough.
I don't know if that counts as a container of ammonia because it's a container of piss. I think they mean pressurized containers of gaseous ammonia.
Is that not what that is?
I just don't think because it's dissipating
Yeah.
into the air, and I know it's a spell, but I'm gonna say no. I don't think it will. In this
Didn't
case.
know, Roz. It was worth a try.
And I think part of it too, it's if it was I know it's magic, but if it was in an enclosed place, maybe I'd see a better argument for it. But it's gonna immediately begin dissipating into just the air around it. You know what I mean? So it's I don't think that it can stay concentrated enough to prevent the gas from to prevent the fire from getting any oxygen. You know what I mean?
Just pee on it, Roz. Just pee on it.
Oh my god.
Like a
Uh-oh,
jellyfish.
did we lose Beast? Did his internet go?
I'm not sure.
I think we did. Whoop.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
he dropped out.
Okay, hang on, everybody.
Wouldn't let him play with his piss, and he's leaving.
he just left completely.
He got upset.
Okay.
Wouldn't let him
So-
play with his piss.
Yikes.
What a
Dungeons and Dragons, everybody. Okay, friends, we're gonna throw it a break for just a minute while hopefully he gets back in here. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, hello everybody. So here's the deal. Beast's internet went out. We don't think it's coming back. So what we are gonna try and do here, folks, is just get through enough of the session to get them off of this burning bridge. And then we're probably, unfortunately, gonna have to call it early tonight. Super sorry. You know, we kind of expected we would be down the 2 people we were down, but being down a third is just not workable, I don't think. So, we're gonna pop over to a map screen. You won't see our faces for a few minutes, but we are going to just hop over and try and finish this. So, okay, there we go. That'll work. All right, so it is Roz's turn. I'm just going to have Roz get off the bridge. I don't think Roz has any spells. I'm running half of this party right now.
Surely
as
to
NPCs.
goodness, Roz would also get the rope, wouldn't she? Because we don't know what's going
What
to
does she
happen.
need the rope for?
Well, if anybody starts to go, but we could catch them.
Okay, sure. I mean, you have the rope. I'm just not understanding. What do you mean Roz need? Like, why does Roz need to get the rope? How does that? Because I'm happy for Roz to do it. I just don't understand
What
that.
if Anna falls off the bridge on Roz's side and not Perdita's side? Huh? Did you think of that, Mr. DM?
No?
Anna, she's good. I promise.
Okay. I mean, Roz can try some rope. Sleight of hand from Roz. I hope it's bad. It's 8. Roz ties a very lackluster knot.
Oof.
Okay.
Wow.
That brings us to Anna. Anna, you are going to take...
Yeah, she's gonna beep beep beep
Oof,
off
you're going to
this
take
log.
4 fire damage from starting your turn in the fire.
Okay.
But you do manage to get off the log. The fire expands.
Okay. Anna is looking rough, I just will say. But does she know where the dragon is? Or like have a sense of it?
Presumably off in that direction. It's like you follow the path, and yeah, there's like a singular mountain that it like went into, and I believe that you saw that last time.
Cool. Right on.
Okay. Okay. That brings us back to Perdita. Anything you need to do?
I think Perdita screams at Solomon as loudly as she can. Go back and get him, Solomon.
Okay. Fair enough.
Perdita's very bossy when she gets upset.
So it would
Kind of
seem.
like a mother kitty cat, you know?
Okay. Lyria is going to move over here and just keep an eye on the upcoming trail to make sure nothing attacks you guys from the back while you're otherwise
And Perdita
engaged.
will move back also.
That brings us to Silas. Anything you want to do, or are you just waiting for Solomon?
No, I'm good. I'm just waiting.
Okay. Solomon has a fly speed of 60 feet. Is going to fly and dash over to you, Silas, and try to pick you up. We're going to make another athletics check.
Uppies.
Dirty 20. And he was at
nice.
95. He has 120, so 100, 110, 120. He starts flying you back over, but that's as far as he can get.
I'm okay waiting if it means we won't take fire damage.
No, you'll be fine. Because he can fly above. Okay, Shanty flies another 20 feet as a misty, as a misty cloud. Roz doesn't have anything to do. Enna, anything you want to do?
She's gonna go. She's running again. She is after this dragon's ass. She's going for her revenge. She is booking it.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, Delport. You don't see the players because I don't have an overlay for only 4 of us for this crew. I guess I should have been prepared. But, so we're just on the full map screen, and our plan, because Beast's internet went out and does not seem to be coming back, is that we are going to get off of this bridge and probably call an early session. Okay, so Enna just charges off into the woods. The fire goes, and that's the last turn, so the log fully collapses. Now, I don't think I can actually delete that log. No, it's just part of the map. So we're just gonna do a big squiggly. The log's gone. Goodbye, log. You are no more. No more log. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. Okay. That brings us back. So is it at this point, is everyone just waiting for Solomon and Shanty to get over there? Or are you guys charging off into the woods after Enna? What's the plan here? Because Enna is splitting the party again, and Enna also has like no health. So I think
I'm sorry.
No, it's roleplay. I take it. You
She
still
has
have DM
tunnel vision
inspiration
right now. She has like tunnel vision. She has her one goal. She's going for
I
it.
got it. Do you have DM inspiration right now?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Okay, well, you do now because you're making a really stupid choice in the service of roleplay, and that's
Yes.
we love to see it.
Yes, thank you.
that is the exact kind of thing that'll get you some D inspiration
It's-
around here.
Yeah.
Very in character.
It's what she would do. So.
We salute it. Okay,
Hell
so
yeah.
Perdita.
I think that Perdita sees what she does, and Perdita is somewhat flummoxed by it, but not really surprised because Anna had already done it. And I think that, to be honest, I think that Perdita looks over at Roz and says, "Do we go? She's crazy." And
Do I hear that?
Yes. Yeah, sure.
I point to everybody and say, chase her.
Okay, then that's all that Perdita would do. And she'll say, "Yes, my lord." And she's going to take off after Enna, and she would do what she could to get as close to Enna as she could.
Okay. Okay, well, I think you did not move for a round. So you do have your feline agility back, so you can catch up to Perdita, or you can catch up to Enna, and you can actually pace her because you have your bonus action dashing. So Perdita catches up to you, Enna, and is just like running beside you. Gyleria takes off after you. She's behind you guys by about 20 or 30 feet, but she is as fast as you are, Enna, so she can just carry along. Silas, I'm assuming you're just letting Solomon carry you across? I believe I can fly. Are you backpacking Solomon, or does Solomon have like under your arms and you're like flying?
I don't know. I would imagine I don't know what's the I guess a fireman's carry is the easiest. So yeah, I'm kind of like over his shoulder, being drugged and just kind of like pointing.
It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would Roz do? I would have said to Roz, "Do we go or do we stay?" And then Silas would have done what he did.
Okay, so with a fly speed of 60 feet and the ability to dash, actually, at least for 10 minutes, Silas and Solomon can pace you guys.
Yeah.
Damsel carry would be easiest for a flyer, possibly. So that's going to be Silas and Solomon. Shanty finishes getting across, and then I think she can just drop concentration, but it does take Shanty some time. I believe it takes time to get out of gaseous form. Let me look at this, because this could be a bit of a sticky point for Shanty. Where's Shanty's sheet? There it is. Okay, hang on, everybody. I gotta look at gaseous form.
Okay, so Perdita is pacing Enna. And Silas
Okay,
and
casting time,
Solomon
one
have-
action, concentration
how
up
much
to an
more?
hour. Okay, spell ends if the creature drops to 0 hit points, incorporeal. While in this form, only method of movement is 10 feet. Sorry, stop asking me questions for a second. I gotta read this spell.
Yeah, I think it just drops. I think you're thinking of the other gas.
Yeah,
spell
there
that
is
lets you just
another one
run
that takes
around.
like 10 minutes to get out of or something, but this one doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So Shanty, who is gonna just drop concentration. And then, I hate to do this, but I think is gonna turn back into a warhorse. Because she needs the speed to keep up with you guys. So So I hate to burn that other wild shape.
Great, Roz can jump on her back.
Well, Roz is as fast as
Roz
Perdita.
has movement.
Well, Roz is not as
the-
fast as Perdita. He doesn't have the bonus action. So
The
yeah,
other
Roz. So
girl?
she's gonna turn back into a horse. Sorry to burn your wild shape, Shanty. You're not gonna use it in the next fight. It looks like, but we are gonna grab horse, warhorse Shanty. And Roz can be on warhorse Shanty.
What about Galeria?
Gyleria can keep up with Enna because Gyleria is also a wood elf. They both have a speed of 40
I was
feet.
making a note of this so we would remember it next time. Who's where?
Okay. So that gets the thing crumbles. Shanty gets off. Roz gets on. Enna is charging into the woods. And I think that is where we are going to kind of have to leave things. Hang on. I'm going to explain where everybody is.
Okay, because I want you to resolve how long Silas and Solomon can keep up.
10 minutes.
It's 10. The spell lasts for 10 minutes. I currently don't know how far you guys are from this thing. The heroes have to travel 12 miles to the cave. I feel like you're about halfway there. Right?
Yeah. We're not doing 6 miles in
Yeah, I don't think you're doing 6 miles.
10 minutes.
Okay.
Hang on.
So at some point, Silas and Solomon are getting on the
Travel.
horse.
Cannot.
Well, and
And
how
maybe
long can
Roz?
Anna keep running as fast as she's running?
Well, I would think after a couple miles, you'd have to start making con checks, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take you an hour to get the 6 miles, even at 60, even at double speed,
Right.
or to take at least half an hour. So yeah, you guys are eventually gonna fall behind.
Not if we ride the horse.
I don't think all of you can ride though. I mean, Solomon is a big guy. Canonically, that dude is over 6 feet tall and in plate armor.
Solomon and Silas on a horse.
Let me look at.
Silas weighs like 5 pounds soaking wet. I'm just
Solomon is 6'2" and 200 pounds. So
That's
I
not
guess
bad.
technically you two of you can, but not all three.
Bye, Roz.
Okay, so did that answer all the questions that needed answered there?
Yes.
For
Okay.
me, yes.
Okay, so to reiterate for everybody in chat, and we're going to actually go back to the Zoom screen here so you can see our faces. Hello, everyone. So as we end our session short here because of tech problems, I think the camera like is above the tree line, and we're seeing the heroes like rushing through the trees. First, we see like Enna and Perdita sort of keeping pace, woof, as they like run through a small clearing, and then we see flying just over the treetops behind them, probably caught up with because you're faster, I think. At this point, you're caught up with Gyleria, but it's clear that shortly Solomon and Silas will pass and catch up to Enna, but eventually they'll have to land and run, and they will start to fall behind at that point. And then galloping behind them is Roz riding Shanty without a saddle, just like holding onto her hair for dear life as like we see Shanty like charging, giant warhorse muscles rippling, churning up the underbrush of the pathway, and that is unfortunately where we're gonna have to end our session today, guys. Thank you so much. I know it's short, only an hour, a third as long as normal, but tech is what it is sometimes, my friends. So thanks for hanging out for the limited time we were able to do this. Do I know anybody live? I probably do. Let's find out.
Monomark was live.
Well, VP's live. And Reams, we haven't rated VP in a while, and he's playing guitar. So let's go raid our home guy VP. In the meantime, I know we just did this an hour ago. We're gonna remind everyone who we are, where we can be found on the internet, and all of that kind of stuff. Starting, I guess we'll go in order with Bonus Mom.
So I am Bonus Mom, and tonight I was playing Perdita, the Tabaxi Rogue. I will have I took last week off because I was out of town for my TikTok live streams. I will be back Monday morning at about 9:30 again with that. And a new thing has happened in my life where I did a tutorial about making plastic bags out of Plarn on YouTube, and it went a bit viral, just a little bit. And so we are pursuing more. You can expect to see more videos on YouTube. We're chasing the action. And I also am playing games on Twitch, and I am hanging out here on Ages of Ainur. So I'm lots of different places. Bonus Mom 70, Bonus Mom's Tavern. Please come find me everywhere I am and hang out.
Excellent. Jesse.
Hey, I am Jesse. You can find me at the YMBA D&D on YouTube. That's me. I do all kinds of crazy, stupid shit over there. So you can find me over there. And yeah, excited to come back and fight a dragon, possibly, or watch Anna get turned into goo. I don't know.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, one acid breath at the health that Anna has right now would be real bad. But all of that having been said, Taylor.
Yeah, I'm Taylor, and I play Anna. She has one goal right now, and that's what she's going for right now. I have to play the character as I believe she would be in for real's life, so that's what I'm doing. But I did have fun the session, even though it was short. I did see some my friends here watching, so thank you. I love you guys.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, I hope Beast gets his internet back. But yeah, it was fun while we were here. So, and I don't know. I'm Tater on the internet. That's usually what I go by. So I don't know if you find me anywhere. That's me.
Excellent. And as always, I am Pixel. I have been your dungeon master this evening. The only thing I'll say today, as always, thank you so much for watching and this insane stuff that we do. It means a ton that you guys hang out and watch that. The other thing I will say is we got to do something about climate change so we can stop these wildfires from destroying our internet infrastructure, because I want to play D&D on the internet. So
that's what I'm doing.
If for no other reason do we need to solve climate change, simply so that people like me can play D&D on the internet, please, let's get on that. And of course, in all seriousness, it's a huge problem and is responsible for a tremendous amount of suffering. But also our internet infrastructure probably won't survive it if it gets too damn hot, as we have seen. So anyway, you can find me here on twitch.tv/hammerandpixel, where I play video games. We've been playing Final Fantasy IV lately, as well as you can find me here at Ages of Ainur, where I DM the games. Next week, we'll be back with Curse of Strahd. And then the following week, we should be back, hopefully wrapping up this arc on the dragon situation of Regent of Bedegar. The other thing I will say, we know Daniel is not going to be making it back. We don't know about Kyla because she'll be a new mother. And, you know, that's going to be a very busy time in her life. Absolutely. She may be able to make it work. She may not. And it's totally cool either way. We do have probably returning is going to be Jacob, who played Soren in Soren Fairtalon in the Siege of Castle Ren. I don't think he'll be able to make it on the 14th due to work commitments, the 14th of July, which would be our next session. But he may, which is hopefully when we're going to finish up this dragon arc, but he may be coming back hopefully on the 28th, fingers crossed. As we do the last couple of 2 to 4 sessions to wrap this thing up. We are really coming down the pike on the end of this campaign. The final battle is just so close. We can taste the smoke in the air, literally. And it should be a good time. We're excited to sort of preview all of those warfare rules again and get to the final battle. And of course, deal with Lord Saxton once and for all. So definitely be sure to keep hanging out and checking those things out, guys. And, we are going to head out. So thank you all so much for being here. We will see you in a couple of weeks, and we are going to go raid my buddy Vincent Page. So send him the Ages of Ainur love, and we'll see you when we see you guys.
Let me tell a tale of a world where heroes walk among us, fighting through the darkness left by monsters and by self. Irishman, a tale of glory rents asunder, sacrifice and battles lost. Our heroes know not what awaits them, and still they carry on. Let me sing a song of a family forged by trials and woe. On their own they falter, but together